Okay, now this data access component contain data access method which read the data whatever required for the updation. Then now business component take the responsibility. Business component will take the responsibility to update the data. First, it get exclusive log, whatever updation logs are there, these logs are converted into exclusive log. But we know that the conversion from updation log to exclusive log will not happen at a time. Until it will wait for some duration. Up to that, some users or some thread contain share log to the particular row. Okay, the main I already covered briefly. Whenever a row contain updation log, it doesn't make any different for share log. That means what I am saying is, if update log are there, then user can able to take for the same row which contain update log, what log user can take? Share log. So if this row contain update log, then different user can able to take share log to read. But if row contain exclusive log, then different users cannot able to take share log also. Means they cannot able to read that data. If updation is there, then they can able to read. If exclusive log is there, then they cannot able to read the data whatever. Because if this log permit for reading, this log doesn't permit for reading. Only one exclusive log is there. Okay, if share log is there, then we can put multiple share logs to this row, but only one update log and one exclusive log. Share log will access if update log is there. Share log will not given if exclusive log is there. That means only one exclusive log will be there for a row. Other logs will be released. Then from updation to exclusion is happening. At that time it check for this row any share logs are there. So wait until that share logs are released. After releasing this share log, exclusive log is given. Okay, like after getting the exclusive log, then actual modification is doing. Like modification is salary to 1k 1 lakh. This modification doing for the page. These are the page which are in buffer. To this page modification is doing. Okay, now after doing modification, we are creating one log. If this is modifying this row, we are creating one log record. Okay, this log record is inserted in the buffer pool, contain another block which is log block. This log record will be stored in log block. Okay, log block of buffer memory. Okay, then after next phase, do you got it? Second phase is changing the data by this business object to this file, to this page which are available in buffer pool, to this page. By after getting the exclusive log, it updates this data. Then after updating this row, it is not yet it is not released the log. You need to consider after updating it create one log record. This log record will be stored in buffer pool contain log blocks. In this log block, this log record will be stored. Then after commission phase will be start. Okay, in commission phase, all the records that are generated by the transaction, including final commit okay, these are the log records which are there generated during the data modification, as well as one log record is there which is available on top and bottom. This log record for transaction start, this log record for transaction commit. These all log record which are available in log block of buffer pool, okay, need to flush to the hard disk, means updated in hard disk. This is the hard disk of log file. To this log file, this log block is updation will be happen, and after updation then you are getting the response, that response acknowledgement. Okay, after getting this response, then okay, then our whole purpose is completed. Then release of the exclusive log. Okay, you got it here. Okay, and one thing you need to remember here is, suppose we configure our application is highly available application, that means synchronous, we are configure our application is synchronous highly available, always on mirroring configuration. At that scenario, we are maintaining two databases for the same application, that to make application highly available. In that scenarios, whatever log block which are available in our buffer manager, it need to flush to the data hard file, it need to flush to the file, hard disk file. But for synchronous high available scenario, it need to flush to the primary hard disk and it to the secondary hard disk. For synchronous only, for synchronous high availability, after updating this log record in primary as well as secondary hard disk log file, then it is getting the acknowledgement that successfully committed. You understood here? Here commission where high available of synchronous manner. In that scenario, you need to wait until two log files, either in primary as well as a secondary, both give the acknowledgement that your data is submitted. Then only we said the transaction is completed by the in the RAM. Then it release, then data access layer will release a log. Okay, now we have completed the commission, transaction is completed now. But we know in buffer we contain data pages, then log, here log, here data. In log, data is updated, but data pages is not yet updated. Okay, so whenever application is crash, it will not a problem. After application is started, from the log file, data will get updated to the data file through some mechanism, we'll explain later. whenever application is started, it check in log file any transaction are there whose transactions are not yet updated into data file. One object will take the responsibility for this task. But now our application is not crashed. Okay, so we have data pages also there which are dirty. Dirty means these data pages we modified, but yet it is not updated that modified data in the pages in a hard disk data file. That make dirty. That makes your application is dirty. Your pages are dirty. Okay. Then if I explained already, I said that if application is crash, then from log data some object take place the responsibility to update this data file from the log. But here application is not crash, then pages are dirty, then who will update? Then we need to update this data to the hard disk file. Okay, so my point is this happen not is synchronously. Whenever log is completed, then itself we give that our application give the durability and atomicity. Then no need to worry for what data pages need to update. It will be happen, but we give the atomicity and durability. That is our core responsibility, which we achieve after log is pushed to the hard disk. Then actual is now we need to, then after we need to update this data to the main data file, data which is available in buffer to the main file. This one will do asynchronously later. Okay, there are mechanisms are there, but one mechanism is checkpoint mechanism. Well, we'll go to the deeply to this mechanism. Checkpoint mechanism will take the responsibility to update the data files which are in buffer to those data files which are dirty, which became dirty. You checkpoint take the responsibility to update these data files which are in dirty to the hard disk. Okay, okay, that's it. No, final point is I will say that during commission, when transaction is committed, we said that whenever log files are added of the respective transaction to the hard disk log file, then only we said that transaction is committed. You said you check our previous videos, there I explained when the log file will flush, whether full or just completed, or each log record will at a time, whenever log record is added, the same time it is added to the hard disk log file. Okay, thanks.